You right there? How are we all doing? So today, can you see this guitar? I'll just tell you what it's going to be about today. I'm going to tell you the history of this Gibson Les Paul, how I got it. And then I'm going to play over a track by Pink Floyd called Have a Cigar. And I'm just going to jam. So I'm going to be talking about improvisation, what I'm thinking in my brain. And then for my Patreon users, and I just want to say thanks for supporting me, and also if you subscribe to this channel and you watch it, it means a lot to keep this thing going. On my Patreon page, I'm going to break down, just giving you the ideas what I've done and how I solo over a track. So if you're interested in that, that'll be available at my Patreon. It'll be another video. So basically, I'm going to tell you all about this guitar. I'm going to improvise over Have a Cigar. It's actually the track, Pink Floyd. It's going to be a big jam. And then if you like what I've done and the ideas and how I approached it and everything, then that's going to be available, a video on my Patreon page. So I thought I'd wear a white t-shirt so it makes this guitar stand out. So anyone know what year this could be by just looking at it? Not easy to tell, is it? I haven't got a clue about that stuff. But it's actually a 1992 Gibson Les Paul. Now, what is the best decade for Les Pauls? I don't know. There's so much stuff online. Obviously, you got the 59 Les Paul, but then they said the late 80s were great. I think this one might be, it's a 92, so that might be part of that, I don't know, area. I can't speak today that time. So anyway, this guitar come to me, it was a present from my parents on my 18th birthday. Now it's actually, when I checked it out, the serial number, my birthday is the 23rd of January, right? This was made on the 23rd of January 1992, and I was 18 in 1993. So I tell you how old I am. And I thought, how mad's that? So they bought me this guitar, and it was actually made on the same day. Well, that was the day the serial number was done. So when I first got this, I'll tell you how I got it as well. So I worked in this music shop down in East London on a Saturday, once a week as a boy. And there was loads of guitars coming in there and stuff all the time. But this one was there for a long while, right? And I remember this geezer come in and he bought it. And then he brought it back because he wasn't happy with it. And he come back and the owner was like, oh, I can't change it. You know, you've had it a while. He was saying how rubbish it was. So that was the story of this guitar. But then my dad, for my 18th birthday, he had a win on the horses. He likes a bet on that. Not a serious gambler, but he had a good win on the horses. So without me knowing, he went down to the shop and bought this guitar, this Gibson Les Paul. Now the owner of the shop, he sold it to him. I don't know if he told him if it was second hand. He may have done, but he didn't even give him the right case with it. So I reckon he sold the original case. It was like one of them orangey leather ones. And what I got, this is where the story gets even more interesting. I got a 70s Les Paul case with this, right? So my birthday, 18th birthday, wrapped up. But the case was from a band. See, when I was younger, and I was about 15 as well, I was playing in a lot of like clubs and stuff like that all around East London and Essex. And the guitarist in the band had a gold top 70s Les Paul, early one I think. Well, I don't know how early it was, but it had the mini humbuckers in. Anyone know what that would have been? Let us know down below. He was the guitarist in the band. So I would have been about 15 and they would have been about 40. So they seemed like really old then. And he had the gold top Les Paul, and on his case he was in a band called Cockney Sovereign, right? So that case, he went down to the music shop where I worked and he traded in that gold top Les Paul for a Leveson blade, I remember. You know, the Strats what come out, if anyone remembers them, they were like a big thing, like better than a Strat and everything. So he swapped that Les Paul for a Leveson Blade guitar. Anyway, don't know what he done with the guitar. The geezer who owned the shop, he sold it, but I ended up with the case with this. So I've still got this guy's case of a band I was in, because I recognised it by the name he had written on the case. It's up in the loft. Anyway, so this guitar I got when I was 18. Did I like it? I was a Strat lover at the time. Hendrix, Clapton, Mark Knopfler, Stevie Ray Vaughan. They were like my main people I loved. But I did have a Les Paul. It's a satellite one before. But then they got me this, and I couldn't get on with it for ages because it just felt so different. When you're new to guitars, when you try a new one, they feel alien. Now, any guitar I pick up, I feel at home on. And then, so I had this guitar for years, and I used it for practicing, gigging, etc. It's quite worn on the back. It's all the 2 little scratch marks and stuff like that. Is there any bad damage on it? Not too bad. See around the side? It's a bit worn on the neck, see there and stuff. So it's got a cool little bit of vibe about it and stuff, because it has been used. And then when I was 40, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to change the pickups in these. So what I've done is I've got some bare knuckle pickups, and they do a Jimmy Page set. So I thought this sounded great. Swapped them out, changed all the pots, everything. Sounds amazing. So this is my black Les Paul, and it does play nice. I had it set up as well earlier in the year, or last year. So loving it. So anyway, once again, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please subscribe or like it. I'm going to jam over it now, which is Have a Cigar, Pink Floyd, so you can hear the sound of the guitar. And what I'm going to do is put another video up on Patreon so you can get the ideas, what I've done behind it, and now what scales I was using and stuff to get this sound. So this is just a backing track online called, I think they're called Now You Shred backing tracks. So there you go. Now, I was just jamming, mucking around with ideas. Nothing I was playing there was thought about. It was just in the moment, but using the scales, just a couple of scales, just to open it up, so you're not just stuck in that pentatonic mode. So remember, if you like it, there's a video available on my Patreon about what I done and how I got these sounds and stuff. Not how I got the sounds, but how I soloed over it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my little story about Les Paul. See you later. Bye.